You know, it's just as easy, man. It's just as easy for us to sit here every Wednesday night and shit all over the WWE product like we do on Monday and Tuesday with Raw and SmackDown, respectively. But WWE doesn't give us any reason to. WWE doesn't want to mock your intelligence. They don't want to drive you away from the product. They don't want to see you reach for the remote control and change the channel in sheer embarrassment. I've come under a lot of hate this week, man, for whatever reason. I've always been true to myself. I've always been true to the product. I've never steered you guys wrong in any way. I talk about what I see and what I would do to fix the issues, which are abundant. And if you don't see them, only God can help you. I've come under attack this week, whether it's from disillusioned fans, people that don't think logically, jealous ones in the community. I even got made fun of for being the #1 podcast. Which I am, by the way, because nobody the size of my channel is doing the numbers that I am doing. 1.5 million views a month with over 20 million minutes watched. Nobody's doing that, man. When I speak, people listen. When I talk wrestling, it's about wrestling. It's just as easy for us to sit here every Wednesday and do the same thing we do on Monday and Tuesday, but WWE doesn't give us a reason to. Take Alistair Black and Velveteen Dream, for example. Simplistic storytelling, man. Simplistic storytelling. WWE has taken one of their most must-see characters in Alistair Black and have done virtually nothing with him. And it's come off like it's written by a genius. He hasn't shown any emotion. He hasn't given the Velveteen Dream what he wants. Say my name, says the Velveteen Dream. Has Alistair Black said anything to the Velveteen Dream? No. And that one instance last week where Velveteen Dream walked off with his vest, right back into gorilla position, but Alistair Black did not look as Dream walked up the ramp and into the back. Dream didn't see it, but we all seen it. Alistair Black turned his head to acknowledge Dream as he walked away. Beautiful storytelling. That continued tonight. That made Velveteen Dream even more must-see. And he's becoming must-see week after week after week. Because NXT presents characters that we want to see in storylines that are simple and don't insult our intelligence. Same thing can go for Roderick Strong. I am quickly becoming invested in this Roderick Strong storyline, and I will tell you why as we talk about the main event for tonight's NXT with Almas versus Strong. Roderick Strong is in desperate need of entities around him. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Roderick Strong being asked to join the Undisputed. I think that's a match made in heaven if you ask me. I think WWE has so much potential there for War Games that I think a lot of us are getting excited about not just War Games, but the potential for what the Undisputed has in store in that match, and it all revolves around Roderick Strong. NXT does things simple. NXT doesn't try. NXT feels natural. NXT feels organic. NXT's superstars are must-see, and they're put in positions where they are thriving. They're never put in positions where it's going to be harmful for their characters. Everything that NXT does on a weekly basis makes us excited. Everything that NXT does just seems right. So why isn't Vince McMahon and all his yes men on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live on Tuesday, why are they not following the formula that is NXT? I don't know. Again, I sit here wondering why I have to watch wrestling on Wednesday that makes me feel proud, but on Monday and Tuesday, I want to put a gun to my head. I don't know. Things need to change. Things need to change and fast on Monday and Tuesday. We're getting Survivor Series. Does it feel like a Survivor Series weekend? No. Survivor Series weekend resides on Saturday with NXT. After that, the weekend's over. And we'll talk about more about War Games as we get on in this build as we head towards Houston and Survivor Series weekend. This is your NXT review for October 25th, 2017. I am, of course, JD from New York. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the channel this evening. Very, very good show tonight. I apologize for all the goons who were expecting me to stream on Twitch. You can blame WWE 2K Games for just driving my attitude directly into the ground with a 2.5-hour live stream of career mode that lasted about 2 hours worth of a 6-man tag that I could not get past. So if you guys want to see rage, if you guys want to see me frustrated and about to break a controller live on YouTube, you guys can go back and watch that. It's on demand for you on the channel. The live stream was uploaded earlier this afternoon. Episode 5 of my career mode will be right back at it with a unusual tag team match tomorrow afternoon. Cassius Ohno and Mr. 9 to 5 versus Brock Lesnar and Xavier Woods. Whoever came up with that match, I'm sure he's still working for WWE. So if you guys missed that, go and check it out. Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live reviews are on the channel right now. Monday Night Raw review, probably one of my best reviews in a long time, man. I went in depth, and I was half asleep during the fucking review. So I'm very proud and very happy with the way it came out. Make sure you guys go and check that out. SmackDown Live, it was all about Raw possibly retaliating against SmackDown Live with this Under Siege invasion that they got going on. The storyline revolving around the Survivor Series. So if you guys missed that, those are the uploads as of this week on the channel. And as, of course, if you guys missed Off the Script, episode 193, that is on the channel this past weekend. So make sure you guys go and check that out. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. And make sure you guys turn on that bell for all notifications. And I want to thank everybody for, checking out my sponsor. Tonight's sponsor is, of course, Audible, audibletrial.com/offthescript. If you guys want to get something for free and you guys want to support the show for doing absolutely, virtually nothing but listening to this review tonight, Audible is offering you guys 1 month free of their service with one free audiobook of your choice. All you have to do is go to audibletrial.com/offthescript. Go through the sign-up process, enter the information. You guys can get 30 days free, one free audio book, and it's a great way to support the show. We got AJ Lee's new book out. I believe she was on Sam Roberts' podcast again, if I'm not mistaken. I know Jim Ross has a new book out. You guys can go get that for free, over 11 hours of audio spoken by Jim Ross. And Mick Foley has a new book, which you guys can pre-order if you guys are interested in that. A new Christmas book out for Mick Foley. You guys can get all of that stuff, one of those for free, using our link at audibletrial.com/offthescript. I want to start off with this unusual news story, man, and you guys might think it's clickbait in the title, but it's not clickbait. Shawn Michaels is in the news. Shawn Michaels is going to be the special guest referee for a Drew McIntyre-Adam Cole match that's taking place in November at a house show, the same night that Ring of Honor is going to be in the same city as NXT. So WWE is giving you guys a reason to not go to Ring of Honor and go to NXT live. I think the War Games that really is going on right now is not going to be taking place in Houston. I think the War Games that's going on right now is between WWE and Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor is doing their best business probably ever right now. And WWE, they may not admit it, but they are keeping a close eye on Ring of Honor. And if you thought WWE purged Ring of Honor's talent the past couple of years, wait till you see whoever's in Ring of Honor now that WWE's got an eye on. They're going to make it a priority to take whomever they want from Ring of Honor and make sure they go to NXT. But it looks like the real War Games is taking place between Ring of Honor and WWE right now. But Shawn Michaels, he is going to be the special guest referee for that match. It's just an attraction to get you to go to that show. But Shawn Michaels will be at TAKEOVER. Shawn Michaels will be at War Games. Shawn Michaels will be going one-on-one with Johnny Gargano at NXT TAKEOVER War Games. Kinda. It's not really what you guys are expecting. I think I would have busted a load live right here on this review if it was really Shawn Michaels versus Johnny Gargano, and then I'd bust about 3 more during the match. Can you imagine a match between Shawn Michaels and Johnny Gargano at an NXT TakeOver event? My God! What a comeback that would be, huh? But Shawn Michaels versus Johnny Gargano is going to be taking place at War Games. Now, Johnny Gargano hasn't been the same since his former tag team partner, Tommaso Ciampa, turned on him at TakeOver Chicago, probably the best TakeOver of the year. But a WWE Hall of Famer is dedicating his time to getting Gargano back on track in light of Ciampa turning his back on him. If you haven't been following Shawn Michaels on Twitter, then you really should start following good old HBK. Over the weekend, he's been posting videos of himself and Gargano backstage at all the live events from NXT, and he's been asking fans to send in some suggestions on how we could get Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, back on track. Well, Michaels and Gargano will have a face-off at NXT TakeOver War Games. It will be an ab-off. So they will be in the ring together, but not in a way which we all are dreaming of. So this is HBK live on WWE programming during War Games, but I am not going to turn the other cheek with this, man. Anytime you see Shawn Michaels on WWE programming, especially with NXT, which we now know he is working with closely. He is an agent. He's helping the young kids in NXT. He's a producer. He's got a chance to produce some of the live events that they've been going to in and out of the United States on the East Coast. So HBK is getting his hands dirty with NXT. I will never turn the other cheek if HBK is going to be on television for WWE, especially for NXT, and I'm glad he is getting involved in WWE. I know this is a 99.9999% long shot, but I feel if Shawn Michaels is in and around something like NXT, that itch will get really, really annoying, and we might see Shawn Michaels. Maybe get back in the ring, even though I know it's probably a long shot. I got a better chance of fucking scoring a date with Jennifer Love Hewitt than I have Shawn Michaels getting back in the ring with WWE. But that is in the news as of this week, and I wanted you guys to be aware of that. Shawn Michaels will be at NXT TakeOver War Games Survivor Series weekend. As for the show tonight, man, very, very good show. Another really, really good show. The puzzle that is War Games is slowly forming. Storylines are becoming more and more intriguing, and I'm very pleased about what I'm seeing. This is the best build that I have seen for NXT in a very, very long time. This is the best the roster's looked in a very, very long time. Show started off with William Regal. He is talking about the Women's Battle Royal that will take place this evening to crown the 4th and final member of that Fatal 4-Way NXT Championship Women's match that will be taking place in Houston. He did mention that Nikki Cross will have another chance to earn the title in Houston during the Battle Royal because of the Undisputed Era and Sanity and the Authors of Pain and everybody getting involved. The Undisputed made sure that Nikki Cross did not win her first triple threat match, so now he's giving her another opportunity in this Battle Royal. As far as the Undisputed go with Sanity and Authors of Pain, the Authors of Pain will get their rematch against Sanity for the NXT Tag Team Championships. That will be taking place, I believe, next week. So William Regal coming right out of the gate, laying the law down on NXT. Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss versus Oni, Lorcan, and Danny Burch. A few things I want to mention before we talk about the match. Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss, I don't know what it is about them. I really enjoy this tag team. I want to see more of these guys. I think they got a great look. I think they got dick written all over them, and that just translates well as far as the viewer goes. The one thing I did notice about the sound of the show tonight, their theme music was way too loud. It drowned it out. I'm glad it drowned it out Percy Watson, because fuck him. But it drowned it out Mauro Ranallo and Nigel McGuinness, man. Their theme music was way too loud. So whatever happened in post-production, being that these shows are all taped, they really, really overseen that, and their music just came blaring through my television to the point where I couldn't even hear the commentary. But this team, man, I really like the makeup of this team. And NXT's tag team division right now, if these guys are given a chance and given some momentum, we really have a nice tag team division here in WWE. Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, this has been teased for several weeks now, and finally we're getting it. These guys are together for a match. It's been teased, and one thing about this team, fans are into them, number one. Oney Lorcan, I would not want to be face-to-face in the ring with Oney Lorcan. The guy is absolutely fucking brutal as fuck. He's got an instinct of when the bell rings, I gotta fucking kick your teeth down your throat. Like, the first thing we seen from Oney Lorcan was a stiff shot after a stiff shot on, I believe it was Riddick Moss. He delivered a European uppercut that almost took his head off, and then he delivered a single leg dropkick or a leg lariat to Riddick Moss that almost took his head off. Like, Oney Lorcan wants to legitimately fucking kill somebody when he's in the ring. You talk about strong style, Oney Lorcan throws that out the fucking window, and he just wants to murder somebody in the ring. Danny Burch, he was beat up for the majority of this match, and Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss looked really good in this match, man. They won via pinfall here with a gory special setup by Moss into a running bulldog from Tino Sabatelli on Oney Lorcan. After working over Burch, Oney came in hot, got the hot tag, was thrown into the turnbuckle by Riddick. He was fall-away slammed into the turnbuckle by Riddick, which got the crowd to pop big time. Very, very nice spot. The finish came after Burch was blasted off the apron from Sabatelli and Moss. So, Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, man, their first tag team match together, and they end up on the losing end. But if it's to put over Sabatelli and Riddick Moss, which to me have more upside right now, I'm all for it. You know, Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, them losing, you know, it's going to develop sympathy for those guys, and we're going to want to see them win. When they win that big first match, it's going to be a big deal. So I like it. Simple storytelling. You don't need to put them together, and being that they're a new tag team, get them out there and get them a victory. You know, obviously Sabatelli and Riddick Moss are more inclined to teaming together. So obviously they are a little bit more mature as a tag team. When Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch haven't teamed together in their entire life, this is a new thing. You would expect them to lose. They're going to continue to lose. But when they win, it's going to be a big deal. You know? And maybe their first win comes with an NXT championship behind it. NXT Tag Team Championship behind it. Who knows? If they really want to make it special, the crowd loves these guys. So they're going to feed off that. WWE sees that. You don't need to get them a win right away. It's going to be a nice moment when it does finally come. Mauro Ranallo recapped Taynara Conti's undisputed influenced interference in the triple threat match that included Nikki Cross. Now, they did that because Undisputed's feuding with Sanity, so they figured, you know, we'll hire this one female for the evening to fuck over Nikki Cross and ruin her chances at the NXT Women's Championship. But the Battle Royal is here. It was the second match on the night. Everybody from the Mae Young Classic is there. Most of them, anyway, mixed with current NXT superstars that you see on television. We got Candice LeRae, Billie Kay, Nikki Cross is there. We have Bianca Belair, Santana Garrett, Rhea Ripley, Dakota Kai. Who else is there? Mercedes Martinez is there. Zeta was there from the Mae Young Classic. A lot of the Mae Young Classic competitors were there. Vanessa Bourne. So this was a big Mae Young Classic WWE NXT Women's Roster Battle Royal. I'm thinking here, if WWE really does want to go with a Royal Rumble for the women in January, it could really be something cool if a lot of these women are involved, because I enjoy a lot of these women here. I do. And WWE has to make it special by adding a few legends in there, a few surprises, this and that, you know, but WWE really wants to take the Royal Rumble and do a women's spin on it, you know, you're going to have to be using a lot of these women, which, again, I don't mind, because if it's going to make one of these women into a bigger superstar, then fine. But normally, I am not for giving the women an outlet like the Royal Rumble, and I've been very vocal about that. You know, we've been vocal about the Hell in a Cell. I didn't think that they needed a Hell in a Cell. You know, I didn't think they need a Royal Rumble. They don't need an Elimination Chamber, which I'm hearing now. You know, WWE's trying to go out of their way to make everything a once-in-a-lifetime type deal. If it doesn't make sense, then don't do it. You know? I'm still against a Royal Rumble, but if I am to book a Royal Rumble, and if it is true that they are going to do a Royal Rumble, I'm hoping to see a lot of these women in the Royal Rumble. That's all I'm saying. Bianca Belair. I'm telling you this right now. Bianca Belair is the best thing in NXT's women's division. Forget a Kairi Sane. Forget a Ember Moon. Forget a Nikki Cross, a Peyton Royce, whoever else is there. Bianca Belair is the best thing in the women's division. She will have the biggest impact in 2018. Mark my words. There was an instance in this match where Bianca Belair and Billie Kay had a one-on-one. Bianca Belair was in the ring. Billie Kay was outside. Bianca Belair was about to eliminate Billie Kay on the outside. Billie Kay pulled out her inner Lara Croft here and started to climb or hold on to Bianca Belair's long, stranded, braided hair as if she was climbing up a fucking vine on some remote mountaintop in the middle of nowhere. That's what she looked like. She held on for dear life. She held on from getting eliminated by holding on to Bianca Belair's hair. Now, she pulled herself back in the ring with her hair. Bianca Belair said, "Don't fuck with my hair. Don't touch my hair, man." So she took her hair and she started to whip Billie Kay into another fucking world, man. Billie Kay actually tweeted a picture on her Twitter, if you guys want to go see it. Her arm was cut due to the impact of Bianca Belair's hair whip. Bianca Belair's hair whip right now is my favorite thing in NXT. It's amazing. The crowd reaction that it gets, the heat that it gets Bianca Belair, I am telling you, this woman is going to be the breakout star in the women's division in 2018. And the strength she has. She deadlift pressed. I don't know who it was, but she deadlift pressed somebody, I think it was Candice LeRae, over the top onto like 2 or 3 other women, man. Like Ultimate Warrior style. Just deadlift pressing somebody and throw her over the top rope. Bianca Belair is going to be the breakout story for the women in 2018. Mark my words. But Nikki Cross wins this battle royal. I expected her to. I expected this to be rectified. First elimination was Taynara Conti and Royce attacked Cross. They took her out. They took her out of the match. Midway through, there was a big clear house for Nikki Cross. She eliminated people left and right. And this was the way to get her back in the match and just generate excitement for this battle royal. Conti was eliminated by Cross. Rhea Ripley and Zeta was eliminated by Belair. She eliminated both of those women back to back. I think Belair used Zeta to eliminate Rhea Ripley on the outside, and then she eliminated Zeta by throwing her over the top. Dakota Kai by Sage Beckett. Sage Beckett, I look at her and I'm like, fuck, I wish they used her for Sister Abigail, you know? She's got that great look. She's got that dominating size. She does this thing with her hand that looks very, evil and, mysterious. So hopefully, well, I'm saying hopefully. It's not going to happen, but if WWE was smart, they would go along with that. Reina Gonzalez, who was also in the Mae Young Classic, she was eliminated by Santana Garrett. Aaliyah by Beckett. Vanessa Bourne, Beckett, Garrett, and Abby Lath, all eliminated by Nikki Cross. That was when the big house cleaning came. Sarah Logan was in there. She was eliminated by Mercedes Martinez. Lacey Evans was eliminated by Candice LeRae. LeRae was then eliminated by Belair with that dead lift. Belair, Martinez, and Billie Kay all eliminated by Nikki Cross. Regal comes out to the ring with the belt. Royce gets in the ring and shouts at Nikki Cross. Ember Moon and Kairi Sane enter for a photo op that somehow all remained very, very civil. Nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened with all these women in the ring, especially with Nikki Cross in the ring. What show are we watching when Nikki Cross is not acting like a psychotic lunatic? So this is going to be a very, very good match, man. Kairi Sane, Ember Moon, Nikki Cross. Peyton Royce probably the odd woman out. I am not going with Kairi Sane to win the NXT Women's Championship. I'm not. I'm going to give it to Ember Moon. I think Ember Moon's going to win the NXT Women's Championship. That's my prediction, early prediction right now as this match finally has fleshed itself out. Earlier in the week, Drew McIntyre was leaving the Performance Center. They showed a video package of Drew McIntyre leaving the Performance Center on his way to do some interviews with the press. The media team stops him, but before he can say anything, Zelina Vega comes out and cuts him off and starts screaming at him, wanting to know where the contract for Andrade Cien Almas and the title match is. McIntyre tells her again that Almas, if he wants it, he needs to look him in the eye and ask himself like Roderick Strong did. Then he'll say, gracias. But until then, he told her adios. Vega, again, just very Zelina Vega-like, not wanting to talk to the media. The media wanted some questions, and she's like, I'm not here to talk to you. And she walks off. My favorite thing right now that's occurring on NXT television. Alistair Black. I don't know who he was supposed to be fighting, but Alistair Black, all of a sudden, he starts making his entrance, and he does his thing, as he usually does. He comes up from the crypt, starts walking down the ramp. He looks around the NXT Performance Center, or NXT Arena, and Velveteen Dream, out of nowhere. If I can find the still picture on WWE's website, I'm going to use it as the thumbnail. The Velveteen Dream comes up from behind Alistair Black. Now, the arena's all black. You got the white smoke, right? You don't know what the hell's going on. It's, vaguely lit. Velveteen Dream comes up from the fucking grave, almost. Like if he's Finn Balor coming up from the smoke during Finn Balor's entrance. Comes up. He's wearing a jean jacket that's got cut-off sleeves. He's got his black headband, right? He's got no shirt on. He comes up, and he throws Alistair Black into the steel steps. So he sneak attacks Alistair Black during his ring entrance. Mauro Ranallo says this is the first time that Alistair Black has been outsmarted like this since his domination so far early on in NXT. Alistair Black in the ring now. Velveteen Dream ties him up in the ropes. He starts yelling, "Say my name." Starts slapping the shit out of him. Twice. Just slaps the shit out of him. Alistair Black just sitting there seething with fucking anger at this point. So, Velveteen Dream bounces off the ropes. He was going to do some big move on Alistair Black as he had him tied up in the ropes. Alistair Black breaks free. He kicks him in the face. He blocks whatever Velveteen Dream was trying to do. Then he goes for a black mass. He misses it. Velveteen Dream ducks and runs out of dodge. And that was pretty much it. So, the black mass is the thing that's going to be hit at TakeOver Houston War Games. But this is just simple storytelling that's got everybody intrigued, man. People are popping for Velveteen Dream. People are popping for Velveteen Dream, and this is fucking unbelievable, man. The fact that he's getting a spotlight to shine like this against Alistair Black, everybody's going crazy for it. This is going to make him in NXT. The fact that Alistair Black has been built up so perfectly, and now you're putting Velveteen Dream with him and telling this storyline that's just so simple yet so fucking awesome at the same time, it's going to build him up in a way that I think it's going to really carry Velveteen Dream going on into 2018. This might be one of the breakout matches at TakeOver Houston, and I can't wait to see it, man. I am very, very excited to see what these two guys do in the ring. So, that is that, and if you guys missed NXT, I urge you to go back and watch the 6 or 7 minutes that this was. Very, very good stuff. I can't wait to see what these two guys do at War Games. It's now time for the main event, man. Zelina Vega. Oh, Zelina Vega. She escorts her associate. Can I be Zelina Vega's associate too? She escorts Almas to the ring, grabs a microphone, says that she didn't reach her level of success by being a patient woman. It's been a week, and they still don't have an answer about a title match from Drew McIntyre. She gives the champ credit for climbing the mountain, but as he found out last time he was in WWE. I like that they're bringing up his last failures in WWE for this storyline. I really like that a lot, man. It gets harder to breathe the higher you climb. McIntyre is ducking Almas, but he'll find out, just like Roddy Strong is about to discover, that they're not fit to share the championship air with Andrade. If Zelina Vega isn't one of the MVPs for WWE in 2018, I don't know who else would be. Seriously. You're going to have your Strowmans, you're going to have, your AJ Styles, you're going to have guys like that, but Almas and Vega are definitely in consideration for top 5 in WWE. What she's done to transform his career is absolutely amazing. This guy was a nobody. This guy was a bum. This guy was Magic Mike on WWE programming. This guy was Mr. Strippergram. Remember I used to call him Mr. Strippergram? Looked like he was about to pop out of a cake at some bachelorette party. Now look at him. Challenging for the NXT Championship. And he's got a beautiful woman next to him that's giving him all the momentum in the world. And wait till you see what she did in this match. That's why he's getting over. Almost defeated Roderick Strong with his hammerlock DDT. This was a very, very, very good main event. Something that you're not going to see on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown Live. Even though Zayn with Orton was pretty decent. But this was a lot better. When NXT puts on the main event, it's a main event. you know? This was a good back-and-forth match. The one thing in this match that stood out, Strong is great. Almas is great. Everything that transpired at the ending and then the closing sequence of NXT is what we really want to talk about. Now, Roddy, I believe he did a basement dropkick to Almas on the outside, right? He throws Almas right back in the ring. Now, the referee is attending to Almas inside the ring. Zelina Vega's on the apron. She runs off the apron and does a head scissor takedown or a Hurricane Rana into the steel steps on Roderick Strong. The crowd went fucking crazy for this. Zelina Vega, with a Hurricane Rana on the outside to Roderick Strong, flung him into the steel steps. What manager is going to be doing that, man? She earned her paycheck tonight, for sure. So then obviously that led to the Hammerlock DDT, 1, 2, 3. Very, very good match. Almas obviously gets the win here with the help of his managerial associate there with Zelina Vega. So that's that. He's going to go look strong going into the match with Drew McIntyre. Now, they make their way over to the announce table where Mr. Mauro Ranallo was sitting. Zelina takes Mauro's headset to say that next week they'll find out that if McIntyre is a man of his word, you know, that he'll accept the challenge now that Almas has said that he wants the title shot. Almas will meet him in the ring to ask for the title shot. Andrade gets on the microphone to say that Drew is scared, and then he starts just saying some gibberish in Spanish that I really couldn't understand. So that's going to happen next week. McIntyre and Almas will meet face-to-face to make it official for TakeOver. It's not the end of the show yet, man. It's not the end of the show. Poor Roddy's in the ring after that Hammerlock DDT. Out comes the Undisputed. I didn't like their theme song, but it's quickly growing on me, man. Their theme song is quickly growing on me. Strong is in the ring, trying to compose himself. Adam Cole says that they know Roddy isn't a loser, but he needs to join them and be part of their era. He offers an armband. Adam Cole takes off an armband that has the Undisputed Era logo on it and gives it to Roderick Strong, and Strong takes it. Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly tell him to think it over. Roddy doesn't look convinced, but he holds the armband as he watches them all leave the ringside area. I don't know what you guys are feeling, but if I was booking this thing, and I know what the War Games match is, we know what the War Games match is. It's going to be the Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong for Sanity and the Undisputed. Roderick Strong with the Authors of Pain doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I don't know how they're going to... one thing I'm interested about is how they got that team together. You know, what is going to be said with Roddy and Ellering and the Authors of Pain. But I'm looking at this, and I could easily see a turn on Roddy, or from Roddy, to join the Undisputed at War Games. Now, I think this is the right thing, and I think this is what should be done. Roderick Strong is great. He's a great in-ring performer, and that's all he's got going for him. That's all he's got going for him. He's not really a good promo. He doesn't really have anything outside of his wrestling, of his in-ring skill. He's, you know, I don't want to be harsh on the guy, but who is Roderick Strong? We got that nice little video package, and you know, we got a deeper look into who he is. But when we see him on television, what do we really know about Roddy outside of his wrestling skill? Nothing. He's very vanilla. Roderick Strong is very vanilla. How do you get Roderick Strong over? I don't know. I think maybe putting him with the Undisputed is a great way to just build up a different type of character for him. Putting him with the Undisputed is going to get him more over, being that he's going to be there with Cole, Fish, O'Reilly. I think this is going to be a huge step in the career for Roderick Strong in WWE. And then you could do whatever you want with him. You could break him away after some time in there, build him up as an even bigger babyface. Maybe he develops some type of new character within the group, you know. But I think Roderick Strong will be stronger with those guys around him than he would be on his own. On his own, I don't think he's going to go anywhere. He's already had his title shot, you know. He's already had his title shot, and the long line that is forming for that NXT title, I don't see Roderick Strong, A, ever winning it, and B, getting another shot anytime soon to win it. So I think the best thing for him right now and Adam Cole is trying to relay this to him, join us. You ain't doing anything on your own. You lost to McIntyre. You lost to Almas here. Join us. You are just like us. We all came from the same place. So let's do this thing together. I honestly think that is the best story that they could tell at War Games. And I think that's the best road that Roddy could go down right now. Because by himself, he ain't going to be doing much of anything. He's going to be that guy who's going to end up losing. He's going to be that guy who is in the wrong place at the wrong time, who's going to put over talent. And the only thing we're going to know about him is how damn good of a wrestler he really is. Outside of that, what else is there to Roderick Strong? Nothing. You want to lose on your own, or you want to make an impact as a group? I say make an impact as a group and make a name for yourself within the Undisputed. I think that's the best road for Roderick Strong. And I'm very interested to see if that is what happens here at NXT TakeOver War Games. And that is your NXT review. Thank you guys so much for all the support this week. I'll be back tomorrow with more live streaming. And then we're going to be recording off the script for Friday. Got some news stories here that I'm working on just to give you guys a glimpse of what I got going on for Off the Script. The Rock reportedly encouraged Nia Jax to walk out of WWE. WWE is apparently ready to move on from Neville. They removed him from the 205 Live graphic. John Cena, the special guest referee, being planned for Brock Lesnar versus Jinder Mahal, but there are also other options. Reason why Asuka faced Emma and the backlash that continues to come in about how WWE is booking Asuka. So I got all that plus so much more lined up on Off the Script. Thank you guys so very much, and I will see you guys tomorrow for more WWE 2K18. Make sure you guys check the videos on the channel, and like I said, I'll see you guys tomorrow and then Friday for Off the Script. We have a big Pro Wrestling Crate unboxing coming, man. Thank you guys so much. I'm JD. Enjoy your Wednesday nights, and I'll see you all tomorrow for more right here on the channel. I'll talk to you later.